Welcome in, everybody, to episode 14 of the RavenQuest Guild's Roundtable. I almost said RavenCrest, so that just shows you how much I'm playing the game, probably, and saying, let's go to RavenCrest, let's meet up here. Anyways, I'm your host, Jyrmz, vice leader of Xplore Guild XP Tag, and also co-founder of RavenQuest.tools, your companion app website for trade pack calculations and a soon-to-be uh, build planner, which we're very excited to push out. And I know we've been talking about it for a while, so I apologize for the delay there, guys. We're trying our best to get that out to the community. And yeah, we're just very excited to be here. I'm super excited to be here. I'm very happy to have some new guests on the stage, some fresh faces, which would be our friend over here from OLA, Corchi. Corchi, is that how I say your name, by the way? That's correct?
Yeah, it's
Perfect.
correctly.
Corchi. Beautiful. And we also have King Zimbra from CT Guild. Very strong guild in RavenQuest. So excited to get some perspective from you guys about what you think of the upcoming updates in RavenQuest. Obviously, we have a massive expansion coming August 15th. I think this is going to be a huge change in the game. We're now, this is only about 3 weeks away until we see some super hype stuff going on in here. So, uh, yeah, just very excited to be here. We also have, of course, our other speakers, WT from GXE, who is also hosting every week, guys, help me out here, WT, Ranting Raven, right? On
Yes.
Wednesdays at 5
For
p.m. EST, 4 p.m.
yes.
What would
Yeah.
that be? GMT?
Central Standard
Central
Time,
Standard Time.
5 p.m. EST, like you said. Yes.
Perfect. Yeah, so that's on X. Um, Go ahead and pull up a link for that if you can, WT, and drop a link in the chat for me.
Yeah.
And yeah, guys, definitely check it out. It's a similar format. We if I'm ever on there, we're chatting about the game and having a good time. Um, so definitely give some love to the Ranting Raven, and then also we have King Zimbra here, who's running a pod quest on YouTube, and I've been in one of the episodes that's for our Portuguese speakers primarily, but I think you've brought on Reapage as well. Zimbra was Reapage from GG. He is English speaker, or were you also speaking Portuguese with him? Say that again. Sorry, we I think you got cut
He's
out for a second.
he's American.
Awesome.
Yes, he's
Yeah.
English speakers.
Yeah. So
And also we also receive Aikato from PvP Guild, who is a Poland guy.
nice. Okay. So you're getting a little bit international with the languages that you're speaking on that
Exactly,
podcast, right?
exactly.
That's awesome, man.
We
Awesome.
mix, yeah, we mix it with some 30 minutes talking English with some guesses from another place of the world. But the main content is in Portuguese. But everyone can see with the translations, automatic translation from YouTube. Yeah.
Awesome, man. Awesome. Yeah, so definitely check it out, guys. On Zimbra Gaming Hub, he's also posting a ton of shorts with like high-level PvP. If you want a taste of what some of those intense battles look like between the top guilds of the game. So yeah, that's pretty much it. And then obviously, Bunny over here is always streaming. Definitely show her some love. She's always doing awesome giveaways. Isn't that right, Bunny? And some hide and seek and stuff. Lots of fun mini games.
Yeah. I stream primarily RavenQuest every Saturday evening after the roundtable. I call Saturday shenanigans. It's usually hide and seek. This week, I know I announced that I was going to be doing super shenanigans, but I'm actually rescheduling that to next week because one of my friends is doing something very similar. So I wanted to, let him, I didn't want to steal from him. So go support him. But next week, I will be back with super shenanigans, which is just going to be a bunch of like hide and seek and a bunch of different games. And there's always prizes. Sometimes it's an NFT Raven card, usually nothing higher than Exalted because I'm not rich. In-game items, cosmetics. Yeah, lots of prizes, lots of fun. Just hang out and use RavenQuest for something other than the grind.
Yeah, it's it's an intense grind. You know, it's funny when I first started doing the hide and seek for your stream, I thought that I wasn't gonna have a good time. I was like, ah, I have things to do. I need to go be killing mobs. But it was actually really fun trying to figure out where you were, and you did a good job hiding. And it's
Thank you.
always fun to step away, sometimes from the intense grind, as
Yeah,
you
yeah.
said, you know.
You and Kiaj got pretty competitive with it.
Yeah. Yeah, we did, and then we got roasted by somebody else who found you first. So that was nice. Yeah, so that's it. We got a lot of some creators in here. And Corchi, anything on your end that you'd like to share? Like anything that OLA or Ola is building, creating? Anything you want to plug into the chat here for us to check out and show some support to?
Well, we are doing some game nights every Friday. I don't know if something else.
No, that's awesome. Is the game nights that you guys do every Friday, is it like RavenQuest or is it other games?
Yeah. RavenQuest.
Nice. What
We
do you?
we have others, but at Friday we have RavenQuest
So
game
when you
night.
do game night, it's like you group up and you do dynamic events or questing, or what is it, just play
Also hide
together?
and seek or
Oh, nice, bro.
boat race or duck race or something.
That's cool, bro. We should link up after the roundtable, and maybe I can help promote the game night if you want people outside of the guild to join. It sounds fun. Might get a bit naughty at times on Bunny's stream. That's so funny. That's true.
Really? Who's saying that? Oh,
Do we need Aaron's approval for that, Corchi? That's all right. We can talk after. Okay, no worries. I didn't mean to put you on the spot there, brother. All right. So let's dive into the more exciting topics of the day, guys. Obviously, I think we all want to talk about the upcoming update. So I'm gonna go ahead and prep these. Well, I have them prepped. I'm gonna throw the videos of the upcoming updates up on the screen here, and let's take a look at them together and discuss. Yeah, does that sound like a plan?
Yeah.
Awesome.
Yeah, for sure.
All right, so I'm gonna close out this dual tournament. Actually, let's watch. Looks like Farticus and Mama LGR are duking it out. Okay.
Yeah. I see some TG people representing ONE, obviously XP, lots of GXEs. There's an OLA. Yeah, there's, I like to see everybody showing up from everywhere. It's kind of nice. That's what we're kind of going for.
Awesome. All right. I am going to close out this stream, and then I will pop the videos up there. Just give me 1 second here. Okay, so first I want to look at the one that Zimbra was saying is the most exciting, which is the Naturalist and Ballistics teaser video, which I also agree is probably the most exciting one here. So, not that the rest of it is not exciting, but this is, I think, for a lot of us, what we're waiting for in terms of enhancing the gameplay experience. So I will give you guys a second to watch the stream. And something I want to note here, actually, is did anybody else pick up on the music note and the key here in the cover image of the new Archetypes video? Did you guys notice that?
No, I didn't.
No.
Interesting.
Very cool, right? So I think Niter actually on a previous roundtable was talking about how when you're doing the expeditions, you're going to have different levels of difficulty that you can sort of unlock or choose to attempt as you go through the expedition. So I think, if I had to guess, these keys, you're going to get different rarity keys as you go through the expedition, or maybe through land staking. And then this is going to unlock different levels of difficulty or rewards for maybe the chest that you get at the end of the expedition, or something like that, I think it's going to be pretty cool, but who knows? That's just my guess, right? But then this music thing, I have no idea. He teased music before, but I really just don't know what the hell this is. I don't know
Well,
what
he
this is
did.
gonna be.
He did tease something about the bards. So, but I don't know if he didn't really say anything since then. So I'm not sure if that's what that's.
We can also
referring to.
see the gems.
Yes.
The gems.
Yes.
Yeah.
Nice catch too.
Mhm.
Yeah. Those, by the way, guys, I'll try to pull a screenshot for you after we watch through these videos. If for those of you who don't know, there's gonna be I forgot what it's called, but you're gonna be able to put gems in your armor, and different gem colors will do different things. I think this red one is gonna be an impact gem, and then the green one, I forget what it's for, but I'll try to share a screenshot of that so everyone can stay informed. Some of us are already loading up on the gems, and anyways, let's get into the video. Nice. So cool. Okay.
Yeah, too hype.
Yeah, right. It looks so
Mhm.
cool, man. Man, okay, let's go quickly. So, a couple of things I want to highlight personally, and then maybe you guys can tell me what you're excited for. Well, obviously the legacy skills. I mean, these things look pretty sick. Honestly, the ballistics one, it looks maybe a little bit underwhelming. I don't know, like, exactly how much damage it's going to do or what sort of extra abilities it's going to come with outside of damage, like, you know, what sort of debuffs it applies to the enemies or what sort of buffs it applies. It looks a little similar to the wizardry one,
Mhm.
you know, just kind of dropping some meteors down, right? Where is it?
Mhm.
Here we go. Yeah. But I mean, it does
Yeah.
look like some big damage. Maybe
Mhm.
maybe
But the
it's good.
random planes.
Yeah, I can't stop focusing on the naturalist one. I didn't even notice the ballistics.
Yeah, the naturalist one looks very cool. So it looks like in the beginning you get a damage meteor right there, and then it activates some sort of healing aura around you, which I think is really cool because I think this goes into what I always imagined the naturalist archetype would do, which is that it's a mixture of damage and healing, which I think is really good, number one, for healers, to be able to like have the naturalist archetype in their kit and then be able to progress in the game, deal damage on their own, and also still be an effective healer and support character. It might even open up the game for like off healers, kind of. You're like a secondary healer type of build where you have naturalist, you know, and wizardry, and you're doing like this melee mage spell damage build, and then you can kind of step back and also heal and support your team.
I know a couple months ago, I don't know if this is still the case or if things change, but he said that it'll work very well with what is it? Spiritual.
Spiritual. Okay. Yeah.
Hmm.
Does anybody, I mean, do you have any ideas why? Like, why specifically you think it would work well with spiritual? I wonder why. Like, because spiritual to me feels like a very single well, actually, that makes sense. Now I'm trying to think about it as we're talking about it here, right? I think spiritual has some passives that like increase your healing over time. So
Yeah,
maybe
yes, the spiritual has a lot of healing. Like it's not like dedicated healer archetype, but it does have a lot of healing stuff, like damage over or healing over time, but also a lot of damage. And then it has like support stuff like haste and things like that.
right. So maybe maybe naturalist is going to have some abilities that you drop down and are like maybe most of the healing over time, or maybe most of the healing will be healing over time skills similar to the legacy we're seeing here, where it's like an area that's healing you tick by tick. And so I could see why that would pair well with spiritual. That could be cool. You'll do like spiritual, naturalist, and then maybe some sort of mage archetype like witchcraft or wizardry for damage.
I seen somewhere there was a guy just punching. I was like, I'm assuming that's a naturalist. Is that like a monk maybe style or something, or what are they doing with that?
I was thinking about that as well, right
There.
here, brother. Yeah.
Yeah, he's just punching.
He's just
And my first
punching.
thought was like, is that a monk? Like,
Yeah, I don't.
Oh, and it's not my video of me punching the Yeti.
Yeah.
Are those
think,
the bracers? Yeah.
That's what I think is going to be really cool, is how they're integrating the bracers, and it's going to be a melee mage type class.
Yeah,
and
is what I learned.
What I think it's cool is that because they're adding in ballistics, I think ballistics is going to increase the amount of ranged gameplay we see. But then at the same time, they're adding the bracers, so it's like a nice counterbalance where you get the extra ranged damage and ranged, like people playing ranged characters from ballistics, and then at the same time you're gonna have a lot of mages who are switching from ranged mage to melee mage, right?
yeah.
Yeah, very very cool to see these bracers come into play and get monk style gameplay. There's a classic like Vine's ability from the Naturalist, right? That's like a druid type of skill. This is the same skill that those magma fungi do. If anybody knows the magma fungi, they put out that smoke powder. I don't know if what other mobs do this, but that looks like the shotgun, I guess. And then we have this. Maybe that's a gun skin for the blunderbuss. It has the attachment on it. I forgot what that's called. A bayonet, right? And then this guy's using a nice disengage skill. Anyways, it looks very cool.
It looked like he was throwing up right there. That looks very similar to like a hunter's mark or something. I don't know if it's just going to be for them, or I'm wondering if it'll apply for everybody. You know, Warcraft hunter's mark, so to speak.
Yeah, it looks like that's going to be some sort of multi-target damage to enhance maybe the AoE capabilities of range. I don't really know.
Yeah.
It looks, yeah. Well, I mean, we'll see.
Looks like that.
It would be cool. Maybe there's a card that when they get hit with this, they're getting a defense reduction, like you're saying, right? Is that what you're imagining with the Hunter's Mark?
Yeah.
Or like some sort of debuff to each target hit. Yeah. That looks like some sort of poison skill from Naturalist. I think that's actually the first skill that we ever saw teased from Naturalist, was that poison cloud. Anyways, yeah, it looks very good. I'm really excited to see what comes out of this. But on to the next. We go. So here we have Ostera. This was another recent teaser. Ostera, the island that has been empty and just known for player land, is now finally full. So let's see what we got here. This is only 19 seconds. We got some nice bears, some high-level stonelings.
Poison petals.
What was that? Oh, poison petals there.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I think in the post they actually said what type of, at least some of the ones.
Looks like a
Those are
new
living roots, or what?
new mob type, right? Right there. I don't know what those
Maybe.
roots are. I've never seen that before.
Maybe.
Maybe a skill.
I just hope it's not more roots like Crow Hollow Bog.
That's kind of what it looks like. So we're gonna be getting sniped from 5 miles away again. And then lastly, we've got the arena trailer. So let's just play through this one, and we can talk about everything kind of as a whole.
Oh, that one gets me so fucking hyped every time I watch it.
Yeah, that is awesome. That is awesome. Very cool stuff there.
Cool.
All right. Let me go ahead and close this out. I'll reopen the game. Ignore my recommendations, guys. It's mostly lo-fi and maybe some anime clips every now and again, alright? Okay, so, yeah. I'll pass it on to King Zimbra. Brother, what do you think of everything overall? Like, let's, maybe go one by one. I'll ask you, first of all, what do you think of the new archetypes? Do you think that they're going to help the game? Do you think they're gonna,
Yeah, for sure. As I said before, I really hyped by the last teaser that we received yesterday from the new archetypes. For sure, for me, is the best. Ballistic and also Naturalist for me seems very nice. The legacy skill,
Yeah.
mainly for Naturalist is really nice. It's really beautiful.
Yeah,
That's
it's
that's
very well
yeah.
designed, right?
Cool. Exactly. And have you ever thinking about if it is naturalista, the damage is based on the wisdom? Have you ever think about that?
Ooh, is that, you think that's what it will be, or what do you mean by that? Like,
Yes, maybe.
oh,
Who
bro, that
don't?
would be so cool. You know what you
Yeah,
just made me think of is that I feel like we're going to see now utility for gear that is
Mhm.
like wisdom might, or like, intelligence dexterity, or the sort of the mixed gear because of the bracers, but that's just for me as a crafter. I hope I hope that this gear that's used to be trash is like, maybe people want a bigger blend, or maybe it's just wisdom becomes where the damage is scaled from. That would
Mhm.
be very
Yeah,
cool if we saw that for Naturalist. And then,
yeah.
what do you think of Ostera? How do you feel about the mobs that are added? You can be completely honest. Like,
To be honest, I really do not expect new monsters. But at the same time, when you see the teaser, you think, should be would be nice if we had more new
mm-hmm.
monsters. Yeah,
I
but
agree. I agree.
mm, but okay, it's not that bad. We expect that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I mean, I think I'm not sure. Like, we did see those vines, right?
Hmm.
And at first, I didn't see those vines. So maybe there will be a couple new mobs. I really agree with you. I didn't expect them at first, and now I'm kind of hoping for them. I'm gonna go ahead and pop the duel tournament back up on the stage here for anybody who wants to watch some nice duels in the background. Um, but yeah, I'll say I was a little bit disappointed because it feels to me like we're getting the same mobs. We already have high level Crowmen in the Blotch. We have relatively high level Stonelings in a cave in Elder Coast. We already have kind of high level Poison Petals in the Elder Coast as well, next to the Elves. So I don't really know why we're getting like high level Stonelings, high level Poison Petals, and high level Crowmen when we pretty much already have them. I feel like there's like Elves and the Salt Dusk Raiders that are only level 50, and those are the only two mobs in the game that drop Greenweave bolts. So I was really hoping that we would see some like high level Elves in Ostera to sort of help the weavers of the game get their Greenweave bolts, and kind of
Uh,
use that to fill in the gaps of like where are the low level mobs that don't exist as a high level, and then put those in Ostera.
as you know, I played the previous game of Niter, Having Down, and I know that they have some respawns ready to play as elves, for example, elves. Where else? I know that it's ready to play, but is still blocked. We can see that they are available in the other coast, but you still have a wall that you can do
Really?
not go through. Yes,
There's high.
really.
Where is
There are
this,
a high
man?
level
I never saw
in the
this.
yes in
You're
Elder
talking
Coast.
about
I can,
not
I can
Crowfell,
send
right?
him. Yes, it is not Crowfell. Is in the Elder City as well. Is in underground. I can send you a picture.
Yeah, I'd love to see that. I didn't know about this.
I will share with you, but I know that they have this kind of hunt already done. It's just matter of release.
Interesting.
We can see
Okay.
the mobs there.
Yeah.
And also for the wharfs, we have also the wharfs high level already done, and we also can see these mobs. It just matter to release.
Very cool. I like to hear that because yeah, it's hard, you know, like on one hand I like that there's some items in the game that are very rare, you know, like but when it's something that's required for crafting, it's rough, you know, like I feel bad for all of my friends who do weaving and the green weave bolts are like insanely expensive because there's only 2 mobs in the game that drop them and they're level 50, you know? Oh, this person said they're honored to fight a powder puff girl. That's great. They know the lore. And then lastly, Zimbra, what do you think of the arena? Are you excited? How do you feel?
Yes,
What are
for
your thoughts on
sure, for sure. I love. Do you know that I love PvP and arena? For the arena, I'm very excited. Just one point that I do not agree is
Sure.
for the consumable. The consumable, we can use whetstone and foods. For me, it's a thing that I would like that it was not possible to use because we're going to need a lot of money to spend on these arenas.
That is a great point. I didn't think about that. As soon as you said it, like, because I knew that you could use foods and buffs, but as soon as you said it, I started thinking about all the Titan Sharp whetstones and the insanely
Mhm.
expensive food buffs that are like 60k per
Yeah.
meal. And then, oh man, if you die, oh man, like, well, I guess maybe if you die, the buff doesn't go away. That would be nice, right?
I hope so. Yeah, I hope
But
so.
still, it's still very expensive. That's a great point, man. I might have to maybe we will create a feedback post once the arenas come out if it's just ridiculously expensive, you know.
At least you do not lose your buff. At least, yeah.
Bunny, what do you think of the that's all great feedback, Zimbra. Thank you for sharing your thoughts on all 3 things coming. Bunny, what do you think of the MMR system? Are you excited to maybe feel like you have a fighting chance over there in the arenas?
Ouch! Ouch! Damn! What was that?
What?
Oh, is this payback for my comments
I
last
know
week?
about the 7 rift wins are you know.
Oh, okay. So I only started trying Rift very recently because I don't know. I'm just embarrassed because like a lot of I was gonna sound cocky. A lot of people know who I am, but no, like I have the game and I don't want to run into them and then be like, damn, she sucks, you know. So
well, the reality
anyway,
is the reality is listen, I was I'm throwing shots, but like the reality is it's there's a lot of people who struggle in the rifts. It's very hard. You have people like there's no MMR, so you could get matched against Tizao, who has 2,600 wins. You know, you could get matched against my buddy Adrian, who helped me make my build, and he like, you know, is very good at theory crafting builds. And these people like they've been playing the game for years, or you know they played Raven Dawn as well or whatever. So the reality is it's a brutal arena in the Rift, and so I don't think it's I think there's a lot of people who struggle, and I didn't realize actually like until I made a video about my build and people started reaching out to me saying like, wow, thank you so much, I watched your build thing and now I'm actually winning. For a lot of people, they just don't even know how to make their build. But anyways, you know,
I'll be honest, I when I started using Rifts, I used the Jyrmz. I do.
Let's go. I actually did not know that. That's very cool.
But yes, I am actually excited for arenas because now that I did start doing rifts, even though I don't really win many, it's still fun. And I'm just I don't know, I'm just excited, and especially with the whole duo thing, they said that even if you don't go in with a party, the system will automatically like pair you up with somebody.
Oh,
and I
wow,
know
yeah.
that's an issue for me a lot of times,
awesome.
finding somebody to go in with me when I have it on my adventure board and the only one that's open is duos, but my friends are like, I really don't want to, you know. So I'm excited about that part. I just don't know because, you know, the timing, because it's only going to be open certain times of the day. So hopefully it'll be at times that work for everybody.
Yeah.
But then, yeah, it's exciting.
Corchi, the arena, it's only going to be open like 3 times during the day, similar to Rift. What do you think of that? Are you okay with this?
Yeah, I think it's really good to have multiple time for people who can join in any time. So
Well,
yeah,
there was like some member of my guild. I'm not gonna say his name. But he was complaining. He was like, it's actually public feedback in the Discord. He thinks it should be open all the time, like 24/7. You can play arena whenever you want.
yeah, that would be much better. But free times is also okay. I, I don't know the times that is open the arena.
What if it's
How
like
many
what if it's very similar to the Rift? You know, it's like basically like same time.
2 hours?
Yeah, roughly same times. Yeah. Do you think it would be
Yeah.
fine like this, or would you prefer it to be open all the time?
Well, there have been 27 matches, so
Yeah.
it's
You think it's
low
enough,
time.
basically?
Yeah. No. It's low time.
Oh, it's low. Like it's not enough time
Yeah.
to do 27 different matches.
For 27 fights is really
Especially
low.
when you run into Kaiser the healer and he's a full healer build, and you
eternal
fight him
matches.
you fight him for 20 minutes and you can't kill the guy, you know? And then all your
yeah.
playtime is gone just for one fight.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah,
I've never understood why they have the limits on the rifts. I've always found it very annoying. I don't play rifts very often, but sometimes I have to for the daily, and sometimes the time constraints of what I have going on in real life, it doesn't match up with when I have those time slots. I know they have several, but like I just don't understand what's the purpose of that. And I think they just should leave it open. And
Right.
if you have charges and you can only do so many because of your charges, I don't see what the big problem is.
I think they were getting a lot of people who were trying to get in, but then nobody was matching with them because there weren't enough other people looking at that time.
Yes.
So maybe with arenas, if there's more hype and they are fuller, maybe they'll expand it.
That's the only thing. That's what I said to in response to Thiz, is the one who made this post. You know, I think that's the problem. Our player base is pretty. You know, it's relatively small here in RavenQuest, so it's just tough. You know, I like that thought, Bunny. You know, if they see that the arenas are always full, maybe they can then expand, open up a new time slot. But I would personally rather have less moments to queue in than queue and be sitting in a queue for 20 minutes, because that's honestly more demoralizing than you know, not having a chance to play, I guess.
So I am excited about the MMR, and I think they have to do that. But my concern is that will there be enough volume in the game to adequately match that MMR? I mean, if you only have a small pool of people playing, it doesn't really matter what the MMR is because it's got to match you up with somebody. So once they get mobile going and Epic involved,
yeah, because Epic launches the same day supposedly, right?
Yeah, I'm just hoping there's enough volume to support that MMR system. That's my one concern about it. I'm super excited about arenas. I think I don't even understand why we're going to have a Rift 2-man, because I think that people weren't playing it to begin with, but this is really going to incentivize them not to. So, yeah, bring it on. It's more content. We definitely need it in the game, and something to energize the player base too.
Yeah, it's exciting. I mean, I think I'm trying to process what you said here about the MMR. I will say, you know, our current, what's the word, bias, I guess you could say, it's about maybe the Guild War MMR, which I think it's a little tougher to balance because you have a lot less like individual units.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's maybe 100 guilds that are in the Guild War every week, if that, and then. But I think the players, it'll be decent. I don't know.
How many players do you think that we have playing? Does anybody know that? Like
That's
on a
great
meaningful
question.
basis. A meaningful basis. Let's
Sure.
call an hour and a half a day to 2 hours is meaningful. I'm curious to what those numbers
I
are.
think
I
there's
have no idea.
probably 500 to 1,000 active players at any given time. If I had to guess. But
I was thinking it was higher than that.
Mhm.
I mean, like that's just a crapshoot guess, I suppose.
Right. No, that's interesting.
But I think it's enough. I think it's enough to balance things out. As long as people actually play the arena, then the MMR system will work out. But I see your concern, And again, I mean, I think that's what we're all hoping for, is that with Epic Games, maybe eventually mobile, and with the new expansion, we might see some players come back. I think there's massive quality of life improvements that are going to bring people back. Even just the land collection might bring some people
Oh my
back.
God, yes.
The mass land collection. I mean,
Yeah,
there's a
that's
lot.
huge.
There's fort owners that I know who just left. Like they're just, I can't. I'm tired of gathering potatoes off my land for 3 hours a day, and they won't come back until they can click one button and collect all their potatoes. I mean, that's coming. So, yeah. Hopefully, this brings in some good stuff. WT, what are your thoughts surrounding the new mobs in Ostera, or obviously the new archetypes as well? That was another thing we were looking at.
I really want a gun, and that class, I think I will dabble in the ballistics. I have a feeling though, and I know I'm not alone, that the Naturalist is gonna possibly be OP from the looks of it. Depending on what combinations you go with for the Naturalist, I think that might shift the meta quite a bit. I'm hoping the ballistics can compete or be relevant because, again, I want a gun. But Ostera, I got a small house up there that's actually really close to the teleporter, and I use that specifically just to get around the continent faster, very very often. I'm happy that they're going to be putting monsters there. It'll give me something else to do, and I'm close by. I can get to it. I just hope they're not super super high level to where they're gonna kill me fast. I don't think they will, but I use that to get around, and if they're really tough to get past, then it's going to slow me down to get into the ocean.
You're gonna have a tough time there, partner.
I get over there to access the ocean for sea battles, and yeah, that's my only concern. I'm happy for it though in general.
Awesome, yeah. Yeah,
You definitely have to be careful. I have 2 houses in Glaceford, and at like global launch, when I was like still level 5, and I was running through Glaceford with the Yetis and stuff after me.
Oh God.
Yeah.
Or like the spiders that chase you down from 3 miles away.
Yeah. The streets were tough. That's where your home was, but you had to watch your 6 at all times. You know.
Yes.
And then yeah, I mean, I think you're saying you have concerns that ballistics will be able to keep up. That's sort of my concern as well. In my opinion, it seems like archery just doesn't hold, like has no chance against maybe mage. I've never really done like 1v1 archer versus mage. I've never really had like a full archer build, but I would imagine that the mage would obliterate any archer in the current state of the game. What do you think of that, Zimbra? Do you think archers beat mages, or do mages beat archers every time?
Good question. Something that we missed or did not mention is just not matter of new archetypes. We are also going to have 4 more weapons. This is the point. Is another point that we can discuss. But I think the archery will be also a nice, This last update that we received is new buff with quick fire. It was a good buff for archery.
Yeah. The extra arrow on quickfire, it's a big difference,
Exactly.
actually. Yeah,
Yeah,
that's a great point.
big difference.
Yeah.
I still believe that archery will be a really nice archetype to keep. That's it.
Nice. Yeah, you bring up a good point. The new weapons. Are you imagining that like it's gonna make a difference because maybe like right now the bow, it's a two-handed weapon, so the
Mhm.
attack speed it's a little slower, right? And then if you're using shadow, you have, you know, instead of attack speed enhancement, you have a critical chance. I'm talking about this deadly duelist. When you're
Yeah,
dual
maybe.
wielding, you gain 15% attack speed, but 5% critical damage when not dual wielding. So maybe the dual wielded pistols will increase an archer's attack speed, maybe allowing them to heal more frequently off of like warfare if you're using a feasting strike or the bloodseeker passive. But what do you think about the weapons? You just see like it being a game changer in terms of the passive abilities, or I guess the ultimate abilities from the weapons?
I think so. I think so. Nowadays, the bow is not so good. The
Yeah.
damage. This new buffing in the archery with quick fire improved, but it's still not that good. Let's see if the bow going to still that way and the new weapons going to be better. Let's see.
Yeah,
I have good expectation.
I hope the bow doesn't just it would be sad, I think, for anybody who has a bow right now or anybody who's crafting bows. Hopefully they don't hopefully they buff the bow if the other weapons are too good, right? Because I think we're
Yeah.
going to see a ton of ranged players, and even a ton of melee players will switch now to play ranged, just to have a gun in their hands and to test everything. And I think this will be the moment where a lot of people who are considering switching to range, they'll finally have a reason to do it. So it's going to be maybe a massive ranged meta. But at the same
Yeah.
time, you know, that's where we talk about the bracers, right? And then that's going to bring back the melee players. So,
Yeah.
Corchi,
Yeah.
what are your thoughts on all the new archetypes and all the three videos, archetypes and Ostera, the new mobs? Are you excited for the new mobs in Ostera? What level are you in the game? Let me ask you that.
I'm. I mean, the Ostera is okay, but it's not my favorite part of all the new things
Expansion?
coming.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What are you most
But
excited
I'm
for Treasures Below?
probably Arena. Yeah, it would be really good to test our archetypes or items in the Guild War. For the Guild War,
Yeah.
sorry.
Yeah.
It would be really, really nice.
Are
I
you
mean,
are you
you can do
planning on
duels. It's real, not like Rift that you have already level 75 or those things. It's a real duel, so
Yeah.
yeah, I'm really excited for Arena.
Are you planning on playing mostly duos or mostly solos or
Uh,
whatever? Are you? It doesn't matter to you.
oh yeah, both of them. I'm
Do you have a
already
duo that you're
done.
already planning to play with consistently, or?
Uh, no, but probably will be Aaron.
Very
That is
cool.
here.
Yeah, Aaron's a great guy.
Yeah, yeah.
So
Uh,
are you also you're also high level then in the game?
Sorry.
You're high level, like what is your level, Corchi?
Oh, 70, 70.
Oh, 70. Nice. Okay. Sorry,
Yeah.
maybe you said it
Uh,
before. I didn't hear you. Nice.
yeah.
Well, hopefully I
And
get to fight you guys in the arena when it comes out. That'll be fun.
oh, yeah,
Do you have
will be
any
fun.
healers in your guild? I mean, I say any healers, but I'm assuming you have a healer. But like, is it a
Yeah,
tough thing? Like, do you lack healers in your guild? It's something that we struggle with
yeah, we are a lack
in
of
XP.
healers
Yeah.
in our guild. Yeah, it's a problem in our guild for the guild
Yeah.
war. Yeah.
Hopefully, maybe you can convince some of your guild members to start playing Naturalist.
Uh, it's tough to convince someone to change.
Yeah, right. Man,
Real quick,
when I switched, go ahead, WT. Yeah.
did you guys watch that Farticus Valdez fight? That was pretty insane. Like they almost
I
died
did
several
see that.
times.
Yeah, that was nuts. That was nuts.
Sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt you there. My
No,
bad.
that's fine. That's fine. We got a nice dual tournament going on in the background. That's what it's all about, man. All right, let's. Does anybody else have any final comments about upcoming Treasures Below, We didn't really talk about expeditions, but obviously we're still
Yeah.
waiting on some info to come for that. So, but yeah.
I'll jump on that real quick.
Yeah, what are your
Treasure
final
Below, I think it's Treasure Below 2.0, as I say. Really, really needed. The game's awesome. I think everybody here knows the game's awesome, but we need a jump start. You know, some people are a little salty from some things, and I think that this will be a nice reboot, injection of energy into the overall game and community. And you know, they need a win. They need a win. There's been a few things that have not bounced their way recently. I'm rooting for them hardcore, and I'm really excited for Expeditions. I think Expeditions is going to change things up. The arena play is going to give us some much more PvP that we need. They've got things coming with the sea. I think they're cranking on everything just to really take this to a whole other level, and I'm super excited about it.
Anybody in the chat have any thoughts? What you guys are most excited for? One thing that I'm curious about is, what do you guys think about the rewards coming from Arena? Is there anything that you're excited for outside of the very, very sexy oh man, adornments? There we go, that's the word.
Adornments.
Yeah. Aside from the adornments, anything specific you want to see out of the Arena rewards?
Well, did you see in the dev blog what it said about fame, how that's rewarded after every single round?
Ah, that I did not see actually. You told me to read
Jyrmz.
the dev blog, and I think I I thought it was similar.
Yeah.
Jyrmz,
You
you're being
can get up
paged
to
to the
27.
arena.
Yeah, I see that. I see that. Sorry, I'm
Okay.
trying to figure out who wants to duel me. Who's dueling me? Is it Aaron?
Aaron XE, I think.
Oh, nice. Okay,
Well,
okay, we got a duel coming up.
oh boy, there's
That-
no
that-
pressure, dude.
that-
Everybody's watching. No pressure.
Those are some great final thoughts there, though. WT. Here, I guess I'll focus up for this duel here.
Yeah. We'll
Well,
let it go.
Next week, further information that we have regarding the teasers. Since that next week, we're going to have more information about Naturalist and also
Yeah. Yeah, they're gonna be
new weapons.
doing
Yeah.
one each week. They put out that infographic, and we were all a little confused. We were like, "Does this mean that it's going to be staged in multiple weeks?" But no, the release is going to be all at once. Someone clarified it in Discord, thank goodness. So yeah, we get some teasers each week leading up to it, which builds the hype for it. And just, you know, I'm pumped. I'm pumped, and I kind of like the way they're doing it like that. It's like, we get a little this week. You know, a lot of movies and shows do that now. Like, oh, we're going to give you a few episodes, and then you got to wait a few months. Give you a few episodes, wait a few months. You know, kind of builds the attention and the apprehension of everything.
Let's see. Zimbra, you shared this nice roadmap. Good stuff. Good
Yeah.
shit, bro.
Mhm.
Yeah, I
Did
love
you see what
the.
Viv said?
What happened? Oh, did I see what
What
Viv
Viv
said?
said right below it.
I don't think rewards should be the loser. Oh. That's crazy. No, we can't gamble. We can't gamble our gear.
I mean, you as a crafter would probably love that.
Yeah, right? I actually, I'm laughing, but Niter did mention this. Yeah. Well, I know. Okay, there's a couple layers here, right? There's like, from a legal perspective, I think that gambling is a bit of a challenge for the RavenQuest team to integrate because of the way the token is distributed in the game. But then maybe gear is kind of like this workaround, right? Where that's probably something that is like one of the few ways we could gamble. But Niter did talk about a while ago where there will be like events, a week-long event where you go in to like some sort of island, like Ostera, for example, and you're up against other players, I guess, and your gear is up for grabs. So you kill someone, and their entire kit is up. But he said this as well, maybe in one of the forges too, where arenas will potentially have a game mode where your gear is up for grabs. So, yeah, I was laughing at first, but it's maybe a real thing that will come, is gambling your gear, and that'll be a whole different game mode. I don't
Pink
like
slips
it.
for cards.
I don't like the idea. It scares me. I'm like, I don't want to. I could never stomach a loss of
I would not.
10, 20
Nope.
million silver worth of gear. Because he was talking about having like full infusions, everything. Like, oh my gosh, that's crazy. I don't know who could.
Yeah, but that's gonna help the economy, especially with like crafting, because then people are gonna
Sure,
be looking
yeah.
for secondary gear. Okay, I'll go into this, but I'm gonna get some secondary gear that's not as good as my premium set, but I'm okay with losing this. So that could be helpful.
You're right. You're right. I just
Yeah.
hope. I guess it's like it's the same, not complaint, but it's the same concern that Zimbra was sharing about the food buffs, right? So if you have an arena mode where you can go in with any infusion level of gear, it basically just becomes a game of like who can spend the most money, you know? Like I'm willing to
Yeah.
risk $200 and I'm just going to beat everybody. And if you want to have a chance to beat that guy, you've also got to be willing to put $200 on the table. And it just becomes a game of like, cuz that's and
Pay to win.
forget about $200, you know, with the price of infusions, whew. I mean, it gets up
Yeah.
there for, you know, legendary gear. Anyways, we're all just, you know, that's all speculation.
That's a good point. It's a great point for sure.
Hopefully there's some limits, right? Like I would love to have gambling gear, but maybe it's like it has to be rare infused gear and no less or no more, right? So there's
It's
like
gonna be-
some sort of floor cap or something like that.
It's gonna be like Ready Player One, where that one assassin goes around and he's so powerful he just kills everybody and takes all their stuff.
Yeah. Or and then the dad who's like, "Fuck! I just lost everything. I lost the house. You know, I lost all my coin because of this shitty glove. You know."
Yeah.
That's a great movie, by the way. That's actually
Oh yeah.
that's actually the movie that got myself involved in Web3. Sorry, good.
Mhm.
I'm rambling over here. What were you gonna say, Corchi? Was that you jumping in, or Zimbra?
No, it was me. Looking through this teaser release roadmap, is just missing one information for this week yet. In-game marketplace as Quest utility. Have anyone received this information? Because
Oh,
was
that's a
for
great
this week.
point. Yeah. Maybe tomorrow we'll see it.
Maybe.
know.
Yeah, tomorrow the week end.
I guess
Maybe
right,
tomorrow.
I don't know. I don't know what we consider as the week ending. Maybe Friday or anyway. Hopefully we see it tomorrow. Otherwise we can ping. We'll bother Niter. We'll ping him. Say, where is it? What do you think that's gonna be? You think you're gonna be able to buy items with Quest in the market?
Maybe buy quest in the game. I don't know.
Oh yeah,
As
yeah,
quest
yeah.
token, buy the token, because nowadays I can say per my guild is very hard to buy as quest. The token is very hard to buy. It's not so easy for who don't know this token system.
Yeah.
It's hard. It's
If you
not
don't
easy.
know,
It's not easy.
yeah, it's a lot of steps to get crypto,
Exactly.
to buy the crypto. Yeah.
Exactly.
I agree.
Would be nice to have a more easy way to buy tokens.
I know GCS was working on that teaser, but not sure if something happened there. I'll check. Okay, so Vivs is on it.
Cool.
We will wait to see what she says. Awesome. Okay.
Cool. Nice to learn it.
Yeah, good catch there. There's a ton of stuff, guys. You know, I would love to sit here and talk all day. I mean, there's stuff post-launch too. We have the quest staking, the land staking, RavenQuest World Champions League, cosmetic burning, character bazaar, durability system, revamped currency exchange. All of this stuff is coming post-launch, and I'd love to hear everybody's thoughts. But I also, I want to keep it an hour, sort of as we agreed. I mean, we can go a little bit over, but yeah. I guess.
Do we know what Character Bazaar is? I'm a little lost on that one.
Yes,
I don't remember
we
hearing
do.
anything about it.
So I don't remember when Niter shared it, but anyways, it's yeah. When did he share it? I think it's in.
It was in I think.
It's Raven Idol video, maybe? Like Raven Idol launch? He talked about it?
It was in AMA. Let me
An AMA.
find.
An AMA.
Corchi.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think you're right. Anyways, sorry, WT, we're leaving you hanging here. The
That's fine.
character bazaar, you're going to be able to sell your character on an open market without having to do it over the counter. So if you want to
Okay.
sell your character, you can. It's going to be for both Raven Idol and for RavenQuest, from what I understood about the
Okay.
screenshot that he shared. So you'll level up your
Yeah.
character, bada bing, throw it on the market for Quest. There's a cool screenshot about it that maybe Zimbra's trying to dig
Yeah, I
up.
remember now. I just didn't know what that was bizarre. Like I just considered it character marketplace, but bizarre threw me off. It was bizarre.
Let me sing here. Just a second.
Yeah,
Yeah, I know. It was terrible. It was terrible.
No. The dad jokes are very welcome here,
Oh, yeah.
especially with when we got Bunny Meow in the chat.
Oh, we had some good ones last week on Ranting Raven. You missed them. The Ranting Raven opening was pretty good. It was pretty good.
I know you guys love to throw them out there.
Yeah. Just whatever you do, if anybody ever approaches you in a weird manner about going to Wendy's for
I have just
dinner,
seen the picture.
don't fall into that trap.
Nice, Zimbra. Look at this guy. He has all the screenshots. That's great.
Nice. Yeah.
There it is in the chat. That's the character bazaar.
You can buy and sell your character.
Perfect.
It's pretty much similar what it has in Tibia.
Yeah, it's a nice system. You know, I think that's the whole point of Web3 is so that you don't have to do shit over the counter, right? You don't have to sell your skins and through some illegal marketplace, third party. You know, some very cool if we can sort of tokenize as many elements of the game as it should, right? Like obviously we don't just want things to be tokenized, sellable if it's not meant to be sellable, right? Corchi, I feel like we haven't heard a lot from you. Let me ask you a broad question. If there was one thing, maybe outside of Treasures Below, that they could add into RavenQuest today, one thing that you want to see right now, what would that be, Corchi?
Oh wait. I don't know. Oh.
Is there something that really bothers you, or something you would love to have in the game besides
Something that I would love to see is new mounts like a dragon or something like that.
Nice.
That would be awesome. But something
Corchi,
else.
What do you think? Is one of the thoughts I had is maybe people who breed in the desert can have a small chance to breed like a tiger or something. And then if you breed in Glaceford, you can breed a snow leopard. And then if you breed, if your land is in a different region, you can breed a different mount. What do you think of this idea?
Yeah.
Do you think it's good? Or do you think
Cool.
it's shit?
It would be awesome. Yeah. Yeah.
For me, it's still missing a lot of open world content. For example, World Boss is just one example. We still have a lot of instanced content.
Yeah.
For me, it's still missing this kind of content.
That's a good point. Niter talked about world bosses a long time ago, actually. I think it was like one of the first roundtables I ever did. So this was like 2 months ago. So yeah, I guess it's not gonna be coming to this August 15th expansion, but hopefully it comes soon after that, right? Or maybe it will.
Yeah. Maybe also something like guild events or something like that. Oh, I don't know.
Guild events? What do you mean?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Do something and earn points, or like bosses can be and you earn points, or I don't know.
So would this be like another guild leaderboard? Like the guilds
Yeah,
are
exactly.
competing to get points by doing
Yeah,
different
a guild
activities?
event, and
That's cool.
we have a different something like that.
Nice, bro.
Nice.
Nice. I like this. Yeah, I like those are both great ideas. The thing about the mount, I really like that you brought it up because we haven't talked about it in a long time. It's always been in the back of my head because I thought that when the game was launching, they did Niter did the. It was the celebration. Wasn't there an artist designing a new MOA or a new mount? Like I remember the artist was drawing a lion or a tiger in pixelated
Yeah.
art.
Yeah,
And
he was drawing a tiger.
was it a new mount or was it a new mob? I thought it was a mount. Does anybody remember what it was supposed to be?
Hmm.
No, maybe not. That's okay. But ever since that day, I'm like, oh, we're gonna get new mounts. We're gonna get tigers, and then and then here we are. So, but no, and no pink MOA either. Sorry, Vivs, no pink MOA. WT, what is one thing today that you need in RavenQuest? And if you can't see my very aggressive hand gestures, I'm emphasizing this today.
Gosh, there's so many things, but I'm not gonna take the cheese answer. I'm gonna say we're very community based, our guild, and we're seeing more and more people come in our guild that are actually players that want a guild community experience. And so I would love to see today the ability to run a large party throughout the world. I'm talking like 15 to, dare I say, 30 people in one giant group, kind of if you want to do it for raid styles in the future, but just to have that ability to communicate with each other and see each other in the world, I would love to see that today.
Awesome. What do you think that this is like a party that you form and it's just a 30-person party, or is it like you have 5 parties of 6 and there's a button or you just ally with them and then
Yes. Yeah, like that's fine. If they want to keep it 6, that's fine, but can we coordinate with, like, if we want to go do something with another guild, let's tag so we can all see each other. It doesn't even have to be in guild. The ability to coordinate with people outside of your guild, I think, would really gel the community even more. I mean, look what we're doing here with this PvP battle. What we've gone to do dragon and stuff, and some people want to join with us, and we got to get into our little 6-man party, but we can't because we don't have enough or whatever. I would just like that.
Yeah.
That ability to do that.
Yeah, I think the ally tag it's missing. See, King Zimbra, do you guys over at CT, do you have any allies now, or do you have 0 allies?
In fact, we do not have ally, but we always help each other with PvP tag.
Nice.
You know PvP?
Nice. Yeah, I know PvP. Yeah. They're very strong. Oh man, I fought them. Holy shit, bro! They fucking melted us. Oh, I was like shitting in my pants. Like they're so strong.
If you see my YouTube channel, you're going to see a lot of supporting fight between each other.
Nice,
supporting.
But you're not officially allied with them. It's just like friends.
Exactly, good friends.
Yeah. And so you would maybe like to have this ally tag as well, so that way you don't hit them in the battle, right?
Yeah, for sure. It's really hard when you have an open battle, and we have this kind of situation where you have the allies, and we cannot drop AOE, for example, or legacy skills. Yeah, it's hard. It's very hard. Yeah. Would be nice to have this kind of system to avoid.
Yeah, nice. I liked quick shout out to one of your feedback posts, Zimbra. Guys, if for those of you in the chat, definitely check out the general feedback channel in the RavenQuest Discord. Always full of some awesome stuff. Zimbra, I think it was you who posted about the ability to swap gear and to swap your trinkets very quickly. That would be very nice, bro. That's a good feedback. Really like that one. Bunny, I think you're the last one on the list here. What would you want to see added to the game today?
So you're gonna think my suggestion's really stupid, but a different appearance for crafting gear so you don't walk up to Yetis in your woodworking.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh! Full disclosure, I went into Guild in my crafting gear today, and I didn't realize it until
No.
afterwards. I still got some
Oh.
kills. I still got some kills by afterwards. My whole entire guild the whole entire guild was making fun of me too. It's like a running joke now that I'm in my crafting gear.
Wow. I just
That's a
got
good one. I like that one. I like that. That wasn't stupid at all. I like that one a lot.
Awesome, guys. Well, I think that pretty much wraps it up. Great suggestion, Bunny. There's definitely a ton of moments where even the best of players in this game have probably walked out into a high-level zone or even a low-level zone or wherever in their crafting gear. Or, for example, today I had not my crafting gear on, but my weapon wasn't swapped, and so I went into the blotch with no weapon equipped, and that was fun. Didn't die,
Cool.
but very close to death. And yeah, definitely being able to see more clearly that your crafting gear is equipped. Having a different cosmetic for that would be nice. And who knows, maybe even some extra cosmetics that you can try to obtain for crafting gear, and then you can flex in RavenQuest with your sick, kick-ass crafting gear. But great suggestion. And yeah, guys, thank you so much for joining. It was a pleasure chatting with all of you. I appreciate our new faces here, King Zimbra. Guys, like I said, make sure to check out his YouTube channel, PodQuest. Do you do that weekly, King Zimbra? Is that like every week you do
Yes.
one episode?
Yes, mostly I used to post on Sunday or Monday. Once
Awesome,
a
man.
week.
Yeah, I'm excited to actually check some of those out. I was scrolling through your channel. I saw that you were talking to some of the high-level players in the game, so I'm definitely going to be watching some of those episodes. And I appreciate you having me as a host on one of those as well. That was a lot of fun. So yeah, guys, definitely check out his channel and show some love as well to WT on Twitter every Wednesday. Corchi, thank you as well for joining me, representing Ola, representing the Spanish community, Spanish-speaking community. You know, would love to have you on again sometime if you ever want to chat about anything. And Bunny,
Yeah, sure.
thank you as well for being here. And WT, I just double mentioned you. Anyways, guys, absolute pleasure. Hope you all had fun. For those of you listening in the chat, we really appreciate you. Yeah, this is would not be possible without everyone in the chat. So, cheers. Any final thoughts, or is that all? Are we all set?
Thanks for having me. It was a great talk again, as always.
Awesome. Thank you, guys.
Thank you, Jyrmz.
All right, that's Guild's Roundtable episode 14 signing out. Have a beautiful day, everybody, and good luck grinding out in the world of RavenQuest. Cheers.
Cheers. Bye bye.
Bye.